And welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Today we'll be playing some Final Fantasy X. During the last stream, we kind of had the world map opened up to us. And we can do a lot of things, I think, before we go fight the final boss. But I don't know what those things are. So we're going to spend some time today trying to take a look at what this game has to offer as far as yes, I would like to ride a chocobo. Yeah, so I don't know what this game has really to offer in terms of side quests, so we're just going to kind of wander around aimlessly for a little bit today as we find some things to do. One thing that I definitely would want to do would be to collect all the monsters for every area. And I'm guessing that all of the other characters also have some sort of, all the other Aeons have a second overdrive, because Balfour has a second overdrive. But like, none of the other characters, or none of the other Aeons have one yet. It also would be nice to get more Aeons. I know that there are more than these. Alright, we defeated all the monsters in Mount Gagazet, and therefore we get this enemy here. Okay, well then, that is a monster. I'm not even gonna bother trying, honestly. He just did 11,000 damage from his basic attack. Chocobo's better than any character. I wish that I had the ability to play Final Fantasy Tactics for you then. Alright, these are the enemy. This is from the some other area. Oh, I can actually attack? That's cool. Immune to power break. And on counter, he just megaton punches all three characters, skipping Wakka's turn. Yeah, these monsters here are no joke. Shining. That's probably gonna kill us all, right? Hey, it didn't kill all of us. Look at that. Gambler's Spirit? Do I still get that? That's so much overkill. Alright, so he's done making monsters now. Let's see. So there are 3 enemy types from here. 4 there, a whole bunch there, whole bunch there, whole bunch there, whole bunch there. There's one area, or 2 areas that I actually haven't been to yet. The Omega Dungeon. Where is that? Have I been there yet? I'm not sure if I've been there yet. But apparently I have been here already. Omega Dungeon. That's where the final Albed Primer is supposed to be. In the Omega Ruins. But like, somehow I've been there already, but I also got no enemies while I was there. So we got everywhere in Mount Gagazet. There's still 4 more enemies that we need to find within the Stolen Fate Cavern. We got them all within the Calmlands, Beaconell, Peninsula, Thunder Plains. Let's go through and like get all these things. That should be our first goal. Get as many monsters as we can. Do I have one of these? I should probably buy one of these. So I can have these on Kimari and Orin. I'll also take a look at those items that I just got as well, because those are, we got a lot of them. Need 99 grenades, useless. Hey, they're your troopers. 3 stars. Reduces party's MP cost to 0. That's really good. And what was the other thing that I got? I got a whole bunch of like mega elixirs, right? Yeah, mega elixirs. 99 grenades is useless. I guess I could sell them. That they would have some use there, I suppose. If I were to use a grenade, it would do about 400 damage, which is like as much damage as Riku does by just attacking, and Riku's my weakest fighter. Now I can mix things, like if I use Riku's overdrive, and I were to mix something like, you know, a grenade with a dragon scale. So like dragon scale does water damage, grenade damages all enemies. So I would have like a water grenade. But like I'd only be able to use it when Riku has her overdrive. So I was like, is it really worth it? Not really. I'd rather use her overdrive to do things like combine a lunar curtain and a light curtain, which casts like Mighty Guard and regen on the whole party. And I think haste as well. It does a whole bunch of stuff. I don't really know. So let's go to the very first area of the game and see how far we've come, because it's going to be a massacre. You know, I should have bought Kimari and Arin's thing first. But that's okay. We'll just not kill with them. We haven't even investigated on Riku's overdrive combinations? Nope, we have not. Haven't considered a single combination. I mean, obviously, having putting two damaging things together makes a super damaging thing, and putting two protective things together makes a super protective thing. But that's about as far as I've gotten. Trying to find another secret area, because I found one by just kind of mashing A while moving the cursor all over the map. Because this is exactly the type of game that would just like have something like that. But I only found one, maybe that's enough for now. Because I haven't even explored the mystery area that I found yet already. And I could always look up coordinates for like super secret areas as well. Like, doesn't this little island look so suspicious? But there's nothing knowing it. Anyway, let's go to... Oh, that suspicious looking island was Besaid Island, the very first place that we started off at. Oh look, so this is that sound that we heard when we were in Zanarkand for a little bit. There we heard an alternate version of this song while we were walking around killing things. Go over the map, what areas are what? Sure, I could do that. Because luckily I've kind of done all the missions, or all the story kind of quickly, so I do still remember, like, everything. You guys don't see any treasure chests in here. It's kind of hard for me to see because my television's small. And everything's blue. Surely they wouldn't hide a treasure chest underwater. Nothing looks like a treasure chest to me. Also, if we missed a treasure chest in the very first area, it would probably have like a regular potion. So like, it's not even necessarily worth actually looking for them. Our main goal is to find all the various enemies and kill them all, so that the guy at the in the Calmlands can make a super monster that we can die in one turn to. Is it even worth talking to anyone? I mean, we haven't seen these people since we set out on our journey. Now we're enemies of the state. Oh, we can just like go to Kilika Island from there. That's pretty cool. So we could even like take the same path going forward as we did the first time we went through the game, which I think would be interesting. But sure, let's go over the airship stuff. Alright, so at the end of the last stream we got access to the airship. That gives us access to the entire world map. Input. Oh yeah, right. So we started off our journey in Besaid Island. Well, technically that's not where we started off our journey, but here we are in Besaid Island at the moment. Can't zoom in. There's no input for that. And this is where we met Yuna and Kimari and Waka and Lulu, except we hadn't yet. Kimari wasn't talking to us at that time because we weren't worthy yet. Yuna started her journey. We got Balfour as an Aeon. Then we moved on to Kilika, which is like around here-ish. Yeah, so we went to Kilika, which is this island next to Besaid. So this big island actually is Kilika, and the small island that we're at is Besaid. And at Kilika, we got Ifrit. An entire village was wiped out by Sin. Yuna performed her sending, and that's where we learned about like how the ghosts work and whatnot in this world. What else happened when we were at Kilika? I think that's mostly it. I think that's where Tidus officially became a guardian as well. Right afterwards. Then we went to Luca, which is the giant blitzball stadium. That's where Yuna and Tidus were an unofficial couple together. That's the whistle and I'll come running for you. That's the ha 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 cutscene. And also that's where we learned about blitzball for an entire stream and then never touched the gameplay ever again. Yuna was kidnapped by the Albed for the first time there as well. We later on find out that they were kidnapping Yuna because they didn't want her to go through her pilgrimage because they knew that she would die at the end. But at the time we were just like, you know, those Albed, they don't like Yevon, and that's why they are messing with the pilgrimages. After Luca, we went through the Meehan High Road, which is where we met a whole bunch of random supporting characters, like the one priestess girl that goes around talking about how cool Yevon is, the old guy that gives us history lessons, so that's all there is to say about that, or who knows, maybe I'm making it all up guy. He's taught us a lot about the world, Spira, the Meehan High Road, the Far Plane, Fireflies, Aeons, Fate, things like that. I think his name is like Balthazar or something like that. I don't think his name is actually Balthazar. Balthazar is one of the main characters in Final Fantasy XII, but anytime I think of, he just seems like a really old person name. Also, Balthazar is one of the 3 wise men in Chrono Trigger, so like I just associate wise old men with the name Balthazar. After the Meehan High Road, we went to the Djose High Road, which is where we first met. Well, actually, we first met Seymour and Luca, but we first talked to Seymour on the Djose High Road, and he allowed us to witness Operation Meehan for ourselves. Operation Meehan was a story cutscene where a bunch of crusaders teamed up with the Albed in order to use Machina to try to defeat Sin, and Sin completely wiped them all out. It was not even close. Like, he basically wasn't trying, and then he was like, alright, I'm done not trying, and then he just destroyed everything around him. Yeah, it was terrible. Also on the Djose High Road is where we got Ixion. I think. I believe so. And then we took a an elephant-like creature thing past the Moonflow in order to get to Guado Salam. While we were trying to traverse the Moonflow, Yuna was kidnapped again. It was kind of just a minor thing. On the way to between... oh yeah, I guess that was kind of important. So Yuna was captured again. We destroyed the machine, the Albed in the machine that was trying to capture her. Turns out that the Albed in that machine was Riku, because she gets added to the party right before we exit the Moonflow. Then we go into Guado Salam, which is the hometown of the Guado. And Seymour is like half Guado, half human. His mother was human, father was Guado. His father was a Guado Meister, but recently died, and Seymour became the a Meister in his place and the leader of the Guado. Before we leave Guado Salam, we visit the Far Plane, and everyone has like their character development moments where they talk to people that are dead. Taking a short drink break and talking a lot there. And mysteriously, the Seymour's father was unsent. Basically, he was a dead ghost that was still tied to the world for some reason. And Yuna finds out something about that while we're in the Thunder Plains. Story character moment. Riku has a phobia of lightning storms, but she doesn't actually have a weakness to lightning attacks. It's just story content, not game mechanics. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Seymour wanted to marry Yuna while we were in Guado Salam, and Yuna decides that she's going to marry Seymour while she's in Thunder Plains. We reach Lake Macalania because that's where Seymour is. Yuna goes on ahead and meets up with Seymour, but then the rest of the party finds out that he killed his father and that Yuna's probably going to try to send him while his guard is down. And then we show up and then we have to kill Seymour. No, he doesn't try to send him. Yuna was trying to confront him about his father's murder. A lot of spins in the plot, yeah. Like, we find out about Yuna being gay, Albed, or half Albed, around here, and we find out about Seymour killing his father around here, and like Tidus's father actually wasn't a terrible person. We find that out here, and then we kill Seymour here, and then the people are like, yo, you just killed a Meister and the leader of the Guado people. You just assassinated a major political figure. I mean, that's a terrible thing for you to do. And then they destroy the only evidence that we have to say, hey, it's not our fault, he was a bad guy. Where did the marriage ceremony happen? So that's not on the map. We're not actually allowed to go back to Bevel for obvious reasons. We kind of stormed the marriage ceremony and then killed a bunch of their guards and then escaped. And that's also the seat of power for the Yevonites. So, for all the right reasons, we're not allowed to go back there. But it happened between these two. But anyway, we run away from after we kill Seymour and they're like, yo, you guys are criminals now, we run away. And then Sin transports us to the Beaconell Islands, which are like, which is here. It's also technically where Tidus first woke up after being transported into Spira, but he didn't know it at the time, because that's the home of the Albed. While we were there, the Albed were attacked by the Guado and Sin Spawn, which was kind of weird. They never really explained why the Guado had access to the Sin Spawn. But they destroyed the Albed home. Only a handful of the Albed still survive now. And we had to escape in an airship that crash landed in the Calm Lands, where we got our Chocobo, and that's the most important thing that happened there. Also, in the home, I forgot to mention this, is where Tidus found out for the first time that Yuna would die at the end of her pilgrimage. Everyone else in the party knew about it except for Tidus. And so that kind of upset him a lot. And so we spent like the last couple of areas trying to figure out how to not have Yuna die. After the Calmlands, we tried to go to Mount Gagazet, where we were confronted by the Ronso, which is Kimahri's race of people. They believe in strong wills, and Yuna showed her strong will even though she's the enemy of the state. Basically, the Ronso were ordered to kill Yuna on sight, and she was like, nope, I'm going to still fight Sin with or without you. I'm going to go through all of you if I have to. And they were like, we respect how strong you are, so we're going to just let you pass. Turns out, afterwards, Seymour came up behind us and killed all the Ronso. So Kimahri is like one of the last Ronso in the world. I think that the Ronso that play blitzball still exist, probably, so maybe there's some hope for them. Or maybe they live somewhere else, but I don't know. It's kind of distressing, actually, that Seymour committed genocide like that. But also, the Albed are also kind of in dire straits as well, because there's basically Sid, Brother, Riku, Yuna, and the Albed Sykes. And those are the only Albeds, I think, that are... Oh yeah, and Mr. Rin. And those are like the last remaining Albed as well. Finally, after we scaled Mount Gagazet, on the other side of it is the Zanarkand ruins. As everyone's thought all along, it's just a bunch of ruins. There's no one there. There's no city or anything like that. Turns out that the city of Zanarkand that Tidus is from was built from the memories of the summoners of Zanarkand right before the Machina using Yevon, Bevel, people came in and destroyed it in the giant war that happened 1,000 years ago. And Tidus is just a dream, and so is Jecht. They're just mental constructs from Pyrus flies and never existed to begin with. Or I guess existence is kind of weird in this world. They have a physical form, I suppose, but they weren't technically really born in the same way that, like, Yuna was. Also in Zanarkand, we found out that there was no final Aeon, and that the Yunalesca, the original summoner that defeated Sin, quote-unquote, I don't even believe it anymore because the game has lied to me so many other times. But as the history books tell us, Yunalesca was the first summoner to defeat Sin 1,000 years ago, right after the war between Zanarkand and Bevel. And turns out that she used her husband to turn into a fate, which is like the dead person that gives you access to the Aeons, to have the final summoning and defeat Sin at first, and Sin always comes back. Whoever was created, or whoever was the final Aeon, fate, becomes Sin next. So instead of choosing one of her guardians to become the next final Aeon and the next Sin, she instead decided to kill Yunalesca. And in her dying words, she was like, oh no, now Yevon's going to just have to make another Sin. And we were like, whoa, what? And here we are. That's all the story stuff that's happened since the beginning. I guess also I should mention that somewhere in here there's like a forest. I don't know why it's not on the list, but there's like a forest somewhere around here, and that's where Yuna and Tidus became an official couple. I'm gonna search around that area because there should be like Macalania woods around here. Yeah, it's not showing up. Ah well. How was that? A 10-minute summary of everything that's happened in Final Fantasy X so far? I skipped over a couple of minor things along the way, a couple of character development points. We also found out that Auron died 10 years ago. I don't know if he was ever alive to begin with, because... Oh, actually, he was actually alive. Now that I think about it, they did confirm that he's originally from Spira, but he died and used Sin to transport himself to Zanarkand.
Here we go!
Alright, time to slaughter everything. He's undead, but in a different way from Tidus and Jekt, though. Like, Auron actually died after the events of 10 years ago, so like, Braska turned Jekt into the final Aeon, and then Jekt became Sin. And then Auron was like, whoa, this is totally unfair, like, that's not cool. Whoa, those enemies are so weak, they actually give 0 experience points to us. I mean, that's fair, I suppose. There's a save spot around here, but like, where? How do you get down there?
Take that.
Am I getting experience points for this? Or is it going by so quickly that I don't even see it? Oh yeah, we actually are getting experience points. We're getting 8. 8 experience points. How do I get down to that second area? There's a treasure chest down there too. Is there some way for me to get a chocobo in this area? And then jump down there from there? Or if I like find a waterfall higher up and then jump down from there? That's gonna really bother me. I'm not gonna be able to fully leave this area without figuring out how to get down there. I don't see a path along the bottom to travel along. I don't see anything to interact with either. We gotta get that chest, exactly. That's what this entire 4-hour stream is going to be, just me trying to get this one treasure chest. So like, you see how there's also like there's 2 safe spheres here as well? Like, I can't get to both of them. Something is written here. Kilika and Beckinel join as one. Was that a hint, or is that like the actual password? Because there's supposed to be a password that that allows us to go to some super secret area. See, there's a treasure chest here as well. Like, see, there's a chest up there, and there's another save sphere that we can't access from this location. Like, there's some sort of upper level that we need to get to. In fact, there are 2 up there. I kind of saw this at the beginning as well, like when I first came to this area. I forgot about fighter numbers and got 11. I've like missed out on like a whole bunch of stuff that was going on here. I did For Glory Falco, it was great. The game was a real living being, time to use my number generator. number 11 should be like... Why am I not allowed to go this way? What would be stopping me from doing this? 11 should be like Jigglypuff, Ness, Luigi, or... what was the last unlockable character in Smash 64? Captain Falcon? Was Captain Falcon unlockable in Smash 64? I think so. So it's one of those four. Because I remember there were 12 characters in 64, and the unlockable characters made up the last, 4 number slots. But like, does Luigi count as fighter number 9? Because there were 8 characters. Oh look, this is a new cutscene here. Am I gonna be allowed to come back here since we're enemies of the state? No, we're not allowed to come back here?
Infidel! Prepare to charge!
Oh, this is interesting. Oh. That hurt a lot. Dark Balfour? I was not expecting this. Dark Buster, please? I don't think this is actually going to work. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be immune to darkness. In fact, I just missed. Oh, this is super bad. Oh, we got to get out of here. Are we allowed to flee? Oh, we're super dead. Stop killing Tidus. Well, this is gonna be our first party wipe since we started this game. Energy Ray. That's gonna hit all party members, right? Yeah, we're all super dead. Easy damage cap. Wow, we got a game over. It's a good thing we saved right before this. Did we save right before this? We were at a save sphere. Did we save at that save sphere? That's very interesting. That's a really strong enemy. But now we have like a new goal. Don't we want to like defeat that guy eventually? That seems kind of important, right? Like defeating all the dark versions of the Aeons. Alright, so we did save at that save point that I was talking about. Still don't know why we're not allowed to go to that area, but we now know that that area is off limits to us until we're strong enough to defeat like a super ridiculous strong boss. Gotta figure out how to get to this top level in some kind of a way. Like, we're not allowed to like grab onto these vines or anything like that. In addition to that, we also need to figure out how to get to that lower level to get to that treasure chest with another save sphere. And then I still don't think we've found every type of enemy in this area either.
It's over.
I don't think that... defeating the Dark Aeon is necessary to progress the story, but we're going to make it necessary. I'm looking for chocobo feathers on the ground because that is one way that I would expect to get those. Oh, you already did. Okay. I'm also reflecting on the Dark Aeon fight. So like he used Sonic Wings round 1, did 9,999 damage to Tidus, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not cool, but like whatever. But only after the second time he did 9,999 damage was I like, oh, I guess we're probably underleveled for this. Hey, welcome back, Professional Gamer. Alright, so I can't go that direction. Let's go this other direction instead. We should be jumping into some water, I think. Is it going to allow me to jump into the water? No, it is not. Well, this just approaches the village from the other side, so I guess it's not that important, but it would appear as though we actually are unable to do anything else in this whole town. There's like one more type of enemy here, if I remember correctly. Like, don't we need to have the giant flying enemy that we were supposed to use Dark Attack on in the tutorial? Like, there's no way for me to check the bestiary from here. Like, I just have to go back to the Calm Lands and then see if I got them all. I suppose now would be a good time to, like, reference a guide. Because I don't think that going back and forth to these areas would be interesting to watch. So instead of going back and forth and checking to make sure that that I have all the monsters, I'm going to open up a guide on how many other enemies there are. Let's see. There's so many guides in here. Monster Arena, there we go. Gotta open up a Google Doc, man. Oh no, the Google Doc has been deleted. I would have known that if I read the comments in the guide. Am I gonna have to go to GameFAQs? I haven't been to GameFAQs in like 10 years. Imagine using Google Docs. I'm about to even do something crazier. GameFAQs. Interesting enough, today's featured guide was a Final Fantasy X guide, but it was a Blue Magic guide though. All I want is a list of monsters. Monster Arena Pack, there we go. A Monster Encyclopedia also would work out, but let's see what we got here. Oh, we actually got them all. So we got the three that were in Besaid. And there are 4 to get in Kilika, and then a whole bunch to get in Meehan High Road. I just tried to board the airship while we're on an airship. Don't do game facts. Alright, now the one thing I want to do is see if that message meant something. Because you know how they're like, their passwords all over the place? Decipher them to learn the passwords? So like, the message that we saw was what? It was like, Kilika and Besaid join as one or something like that. I'm searching for where I read that. Kilika and Beaconel. What did that say? Something is written here. Kilika and Beaconel join as one. So let's see. There aren't that many spaces here. I don't think that the password is Kilika Beaconel. Well, what if it was like Canel? Like Kilika Beaconel. Oh well. We'll try other things. Oops, I didn't mean to exit out of that altogether. Alright, on to Kilika. There are 4 enemies to find here. And we didn't actually need to go to the airship. We could have taken the boat back. Am I not allowed to talk to this guy? Also, am I going to like get killed by another Yevon person here? I think that's a terrible idea. Four-slot weapons. That's actually kind of nice. I feel like each town has their own specific type of weapon. Woohoo, an ether. Am I only just now noticing that the same town theme plays throughout the entire game, but just slightly different variations in each town we end up in? Because this is the same music that I was recognizing in the other place. I feel like we're going to just like be aimlessly wandering about, and then we're going to have Dark Ifrit summoned on us, and we're going to just die. Oh, this definitely looks more like a password. So this is like... better blitzer than me. It's like almost like vicious, you know? Maybe that's the whole password. Maybe I'm not supposed to scramble it, but I'm supposed to just type it into what's it called? Because I was trying to like anagram it, and nothing is coming to mind. Tepsors BOIU. Alright, so there are 4 enemies here to get. Oh, he didn't die from that. Wow, I'm impressed.
Take that.
And there's so little experience points here. I think we got them all. We got the marble, we got the bee, we got the lizard. Oh no, that's only 3. There's supposed to be a 4th one somewhere around here. I think that we need to get the one with armor. I should not wander too far ahead of this because the temple is up ahead and I'm not ready to fight Dark Ifrit. Yellow element.
Booyah!
Let's see if I recognize this. So I'm supposed to get a yellow element, a Dino Nix, a Killer Bee, and a Rigora. I don't think I've gotten Rigora or Dino Nix or whatever. At the very least, we should save at the save sphere that's back here before going too far forward. That's the Dino Nix. What's the Rigora then? If you weren't already full on skill spheres by now, and you definitely are at this point in time. Wow. Oh, you can get double cast by having 3 stars. That would be useful on a character that heals themselves with their magic. So Shiva could double cast, and then she could cast Blizzara on herself, and then Blizzara on the enemy. Where do you get some of these items? These items are kind of nice. Not for actually using, but for teaching Aeon's good abilities. I know. It's probably a waste to train up Balfour, who's the weakest of all the Aeons, even though I've put the most amount of time into them. But Balfour is my favorite, so they get all the special treatment. In theory, you would just keep on improving Bahamut and Shiva, because Shiva is basically like better Balfour. Shiva is able to heal herself with ice magic. And is as fast as Balfour and has as much evasion. Meanwhile, Balfour would have to like heal themselves using Cure. Same strength, more defense, but I also have been putting stats into Balfour. Magic is lower. Magic defense is higher, but then again I've been adding stats to Balfour along the way. Faster, way more agility than Balfour. Same luck. Oh, actually, even way more evasion than I thought, actually. Same accuracy. So Shiva's just like improved Balfour, but that's okay. I'm still going to keep on giving Balfour the stats. Still haven't found that one enemy type, though. There's one more kind of enemy that we're looking for in the forest that we haven't found yet. There it is. We found it. Alright, we got all 4 that we needed here. We're going to save, and then we're going to go to, what's it called? We're going to keep on going until we find Dark Ifrit, and then we're going to get party wiped, and then we're going to load our save file because we got another game over. Sonic Mania is so awesome. I have heard a lot of people view it as their favorite Sonic game. Yeah, that makes sense because Sonic Mania was created by a bunch of Sonic fans using all their favorite themes and tropes from previous Sonic games. I think that Sonic Mania gets a little too complicated at the end of the game. Like, the maps get kind of convoluted, and it seems like way too complicated to be like a Sonic game compared to something like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or Sonic Advance. Especially when you get to the gravity changing stage with all the teleportation devices. Yeah, I saw that you posted that in the Discord. I can understand where you would get that from. It sounds very similar to, like, Brinstar on... Is it Brinstar? Or is it... It's kind of like the... I don't know the name of it, of the area, but basically the first place that you land with your ship as what's it called? In Super Metroid. I'm like filled with dread at this guy calling me an infidel and then completely destroying me. Oh look, there are 2 of them. Hey guys. Your kind is not welcome in this holy place. You shall not pass. Okay, I mean, that's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. Where am I going to find Dark Ifrit then? Alright, moving on. Going to Meehan High Road. No, going to Luca? What? There are no monsters in Luca. I don't care. You could go to Luca to play blitzball. There's also a Sphere Stadium where I can buy the old cutscenes that we've seen already in the game. We're not going to. I want to talk to this person. There we go. No, thank you. Only 3 slots. It's not that great, but they're known for their Dark Strikes. Dark Strike is better than Dark Touch. Would you like to ride a chocobo? Actually, no, because I want to... Oh, it costs 1,000? No, thank you. Saving up money for Yojimbo. It's this place that I wanted to take Yuna to see the what's it called? The sunrise. That's the biggest puddle I've ever seen. Yeah, that is probably the biggest puddle I've ever seen as well. Right, so when we last were walking down the Meehan Road, every villager that we talked to gave us like a free item. Now that we're enemies of the state, are they going to treat us the same way? We just got 3 of them from this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 total. Are they gonna say, "We hate you, get away from me"? Oh yeah, I suppose that did happen. The Crusaders, after the Operation Meehan, they kind of disbanded because they were so utterly defeated. It's kind of rough all around for them. I wish there were like an item, or not an item, but like I wish that there were an auto ability that I could attach to my weapon that automatically stole as I attacked. Ambushed? Oh no. They actually did damage to me. potions, so these enemies are not worth actually stealing from. It's not worth 10 MP. So there are a couple of things that we're looking for. We're looking for obviously enemies to kill. Oh, he also dropped potions? That's sad. Echo screen. What does an echo screen do? Is that what you use to cure silence? Yes, that is what you do to cure silence. You never know. Could have enticed him into attacking us. What? That's insulting. There we go. Some new enemy types. Or a new enemy type, I suppose. That could be dangerous. Alright. It wasn't dangerous after all. By now I have 4 enemy types. Do you unlock the DLC by having an amiibo for that same character? These guys give potions, so that's not worth stealing.
It's over.
Such a casual, chill stream because, you know, the world's not ending, no one's going to die. Well, actually, we got our only game over for the entire, like, series today, but aside from stuff like the minor mishaps like that, you know, the stakes are just a lot lower today. We've just been going at 110% for so long. It's nice to just like casually wander around, check for some mysteries that we missed along the way. Still haven't found as many enemies as I would like to find here. So we need the Meehan thing, that's this dog enemy here, or I guess it's more of like a hyena slash wolf thing. And then we also need Imperia, which I think is the flying enemy. No, actually the floating eye is the that enemy. The white element, which we have here. Raldo, which is probably this enemy. Yep. The bomb we've gotten. We need the Volvrier, the Imperia, and the Dual Horn. Those are the last 3 monster types that we're looking for while we're alone here. If we go back far enough, then we'll end up in Luca. And hopefully we will not be completely destroyed by some other type of priest. Like, I'm gonna be shook for the rest of the entire game. Like, even if we beat the final boss, I'm still gonna think to myself, yeah, but Dark Valfor is probably stronger than this guy. Hey look, we got a dual horn. Still gives potions.
Take that.
Alright, so dual horn is done. Next we gotta get the Imperia and the Volvere. Also, we're looking for a little blue thing on a wall somewhere. Man, that's so sad. Being a kid and wondering, or like learning about having to run away from fiends, otherwise they'll kill you.
It's over.
Hey, we got a level. Whoa. That's so weird. Should Yuna be attacking? I kind of want Yuna to. I mean, she's not really gonna gain that many levels. I never quite really know what to call what in this game. Cause like. So Yevon is the god of this world, but also Yevon is their religion, but then also Yevon is the like political structure as well for this nation as well. So whenever I say Yevon, is like, well, which do you mean? Like the god, the political organization, or the, like, you know. There are 7 legends about Lord Meehan's statue. They're also absurd. Tell me one of them. They say that I follow you when you're not looking? Okay, whatever. Get us and walk around at night? Okay, but what are some other ones though? Lord Meehan's sword still exists somewhere. Tell me more about that. That sounds like some legendary weapon stuff. Who was Lord Meehan again? I'm trying to remember who Lord Meehan was. This road is named after him. He wasn't the first person to defeat Sin, because that was Yunalesca. Maybe he was a person to defeat Sin? I'd have to go back to stream session 3, where I talked with the old guy about him.
Take that.
hate it when the map looks like I can walk over somewhere, but I can't actually. Like, you see how this looks on the map? Shouldn't I be able to go over there? It's so bothersome to me, because I really want to, like, make sure I didn't miss anything. It's not like anything that I would have missed at this point in time in the game would be useful to me now. Oh, come on. Ooh, I almost accidentally ran away. Interesting. When you use Mug, you get an echo screen, and when you steal, you get Musk. Hey there, Orange Toad Gamer. Welcome back to another stream. How are you doing tonight? Something is written here. There is a valley and a vast plain with the great thorn beside. From the thorn, look across the vale to the other side. Valley and a vast plain with a great thorn beside. From the thorn, look across the vale to the other side. There's a great valley and a great plain at the Calmlands. I don't remember there being a great thorn beside, but that is the main valley that I can think of. Oh, that didn't kill the enemy. Good job surviving.
See ya!
I don't know why I'm watching Ness in tournaments. Like Smash 4 Ness or Ultimate Ness. Yes, just watching both of them. I actually kind of like Ultimate Ness. Like the side magnet cancels to like float and combo extend is actually super sick. Like I love watching Best Ness. One thing I really liked about Smash 4 Nesses is that like everyone was just like auto-hating on Ness. So like anytime there was a Ness, they were just like, oh, this person's probably terrible at this game. And so in particular, there was a Japanese player named Gak. And he was like super awesome. And he was like, he was always on like all these stream highlights and whatnot. But all the comments were like, oh, why is this new Japanese person just freaking out? Even though they're just playing Ness, this is so boring and like they're so bad at the game and they think that they're good. And then like Gak came to the United States and played in some tournaments and like beat up on a bunch of US players. And I mean, it doesn't really matter to Gak, I guess, because they already knew that they were good. And it probably doesn't also matter to the people that said that he was bad because they probably don't really follow tournaments that closely. But to me it just was interesting that you know, he just proved them wrong basically, because like the stuff was sick all along and they were just being upset because he was playing Ness instead of whatever character they actually liked. Oh, Lord Meehan was the founder of the Crusaders. I gotcha. I would say I remember now, but I didn't actually remember at all. I was just reminded by the game. Ness has Lucas up air in Smash 4. You're talking about his aerial up smash? Because that thing was ridiculously strong. It was a combo tool, combo extender, and also a kill move. Still haven't found those other two enemy types that I've been looking for. And we're at the beginning of the Meehan High Road. If I get off the Chocobo, will I be able to get back on the Chocobo? Yes, yes I will.
Take that.
Alright, back on the Chocobo we go. So the problem with being on a Chocobo is I can't explore areas like this. Like, I would have just passed right by this area and missed this writing that was on the wall. Valley in the vast plain with a great thorn beside. From the thorn, look across the vale to the other side. That's pretty easy. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the Calm Lands. Maybe they're talking about the Thunder Plains instead. I don't remember there being a valley in the Thunder Plains, but the lightning rods that stand up and down in the Thunder Plains look like thorns. In theory, they could be talking about the high road, but I don't think they're talking about the high road, though. Because there is kind of a valley at the top portion of the high road. Well, at least she's open-minded. Why is there a treasure chest here? If I get off the Chocobo and then go inside this building, will the Chocobo go away? Probably, so I'm not going to do that. Pretty sure that I just skipped past all of this like world building stuff when I played this game 10 years ago. So, yeah, me being like, was it even 10 years ago? No, it was like 18 years ago. 19 years ago. I'm just realizing that 2002 was a really long time ago. I don't know why I kept on saying that I played this last 10 years ago. It's been almost 20 years by now. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That also explains why that other kid was like, wow, that's such a giant puddle, because they lived in the middle of the desert. Ooh, a treasure chest that I missed somewhere along the way. 2 high potions? I think that I already had 99 of those. Alright, it's time to dismount the chocobo. You've been using that cage as shelter? No. Yeah. Because we are still hunting 2 more enemy types. What's there to even know? It's just like move around. On the right side, my chocobo will wait for me there. I'm hoping that on the Meehan Low Road, there are going to be more enemies here that I wouldn't have otherwise found. So far, that has not been the case. How are we doing on sphere? We're at 99 power spheres, so we can definitely change that. How am I? I'm doing pretty well. My whole Switch overheating thing has been stressing me out, but I think that I finally decided that I'm going to just, give in and buy a new Switch. I was trying to hold off on that until Nintendo announced another console, because everyone's been having rumors about them unveiling a new Switch model, like a Switch Pro of some kind or something like that. So I was like, I shouldn't buy a new Switch, but finally we got the other 2 enemy types we needed. Here's the Imperia. He's a lizard type enemy. And then here is the Volver. So now we got them all. We could probably leave now. I don't think we're gonna find anything else along this path. Or at least, even if we were to find something, it would be better to use a chocobo at this point because we don't actually need to run into any enemies. We just need to explore the area. Wait, that's a new enemy type that I've never seen before. Have I seen that yet? The Thunderflan? Is that on the list? That is not on the list. Very interesting. Well, we captured it. I guess this guide is not 100% accurate, which is my worst nightmare, actually. But going back to the original question, how am I? I'm just doing well. Things are going well at work. Things are going well with the stream. It's like super winter over here, so like even if we weren't in a pandemic, we probably wouldn't be going out too often because the snow is just so crazy high. It's also like super cold, so even if there weren't snow, no one would want to go anywhere. Apparently this year we're going to have another Polar Vortex. I don't know if anyone that's not in the American Super North knows about the Polar Vortex, but like every couple of years it's like the opposite of monsoons, basically. It's like the there's like basically a giant worldwide tornado of cold air, which is kind of the best way that I can describe it. That happens every couple of years, so it makes the weather really, really, really cold, but only in the very northern parts of the United States. Also, like the northern parts of everywhere, like Greenland and Russia and whatever. But as far as I care about, only it gets really cold up here, basically. So like on Saturday it was like -4 or something like that. I guess that was yesterday. Place looks suspicious. What's with this discolored patch of ground here? There's nothing going on here. Alright. See, the messed up thing is, like, the, in Kilika, in the forest, there was, like, this giant, very obvious blue orb. Oh, looks like this thing here. What is this? Obtain Jex Sphere. Let's take a look at this. But before I watch this, so like, when I was in Kilika, there was a giant blue thing that was on the wall and it was super obvious. So I was like, okay, cool. It's going to be super obvious. But in this area, in the Meehan High Road, there was just like a random patch of grass that if you talk to, then it like explains that there was something hidden there. Which is like not good for me, because what I would like to do is to just quickly go through every area, look at all the very obvious things that are there, and then move on to the next area. But now that I know that some things can be hidden, I have to like examine everywhere really, really carefully and very closely, which takes a lot more time. This is gonna get really, really bad when we get to Blue Dragon, by the way.
Giant fiend that attacks chocobos.
What's it waiting for? Hey, come out and fight!
I told you this was a waste of time.
Hey, come on. It's the right thing to do. Everyone's depending on us. The Besides, it's good practice.
I guess you're right.
Well then,
Orin did say you sound just like your father.
There it is. Alright, let's get him.
Right.
Banishing Blade. What is that going to do? Damages an enemy. Okay. Locka, come on. You're disappointing me so hard. I mean, you kind of always are, but this is more than usual. Look at this. He has to gain 2 more levels before he can actually not have a blank sphere. And the end of his stuff is like kind of not even that great. Strength plus 3 is kind of nice, but I gotta go out of the way to get it. And then HP plus 200 is like not even that great because some people get plus 400 at the end of their journey. Evasion plus 3 is fine. HP plus 200, and then finally triple foul. Oops, I didn't mean to get off of the chocobo. It's a good thing I explored all the way back this way because we got the eject sphere. Come to think of it, we did not see eject sphere in Besaid. Maybe we didn't explore. We also didn't find eject sphere in Kilika either. Maybe we didn't explore those 2 areas thoroughly enough. But also the eject sphere might be in the actual village, where we can't get to unless we defeat Dark Valfor. That was a forced dismount. Alright, off we go. I wonder if there's a eject sphere in Luca. Right? Because that was a kind of important place. But also it'd be kind of weird for them to have hidden a sphere in a very busy town. Uh-oh. Oh no. We're so dead. We're like, I've never been more dead. This is so unfair. I haven't even seen this Aeon yet, and they already are summoning the dark version against me. Oh, it's just actually hilarious how dead we are. Oh no! Have mercy, please. So the most amount of damage that I'm allowed to do is 9,999. They just did 999 damage, or 999,999 damage multiple times to all party members. I've actually never been so thoroughly defeated in any game ever. I wonder if I could escape that though. Like, we got the cutscene where they were like, haha, you're trapped. And I was like, oh, I'm dead. But then I was able to control my character for a little bit. Like, maybe I would actually be able to run past them. I kind of want to try it out. Like, we got nothing to lose here. What if it were like a random event? Like, what if I enter in here and then nothing happens at all? Alright, so here we are, and there are these two people that look like just regular old NPCs. And then we get a random encounter, so that delays the inevitable. So finally here on the Djose High Road, we can see that Riku is no longer strong enough to defeat everything in one hit. And so they did not attack us, actually. I think that we have to talk to them. In order for them to kill us. What exactly happened the last time? I wasn't even really paying that much attention, we just died so quickly. Did we talk to them first before we died? Or before they attacked us? So I like walked in and then I explored this area and then I walked up to them and yeah, I don't think so. I think that I just kind of got close enough to them and then they decided to kill me. I have a fear that I'll be crushed by a giant Game Boy, don't you? Can't say that I've ever had that fear. Please let there be a save sphere here. Thank you. Alright, so on the Djose High Road, we've got the Thunderflan, which we've already gotten. We need to get the Raptor, the Gondorera, Red Element, Lamatsu, Funguar, and Garuda. It's a lot of enemies. But since I've saved, I can actually experiment with talking to these random NPCs and seeing if I can run away in time. Have I played Sonic Mania Plus? No, I have not. I got the original game when it first came out and did not get the DLC for it. So I've never played as Ray, or the Armadillo, or really anyone other than Sonic and Tails. And I played a little bit of Knuckles. Yeah, Mighty the Armadillo, that's his name. And Ray the Flying Squirrel. I thought it was pretty cool that they did add those features. Alright, so if you get too close to them, then they will attack you. Let's see if I can run to this area real quick and escape them. Yes, I was able to escape them. Right? If I go back into this area, are they still chasing me? The chase music is still playing. Oh, yep, they are still coming after me. That is terrifying. Oh no! They've cornered us! There's actually nothing that we can do? Oh no! Oh no! Battle will begin if your pursuers get too close around as fast as you can to thin out the enemy force. Scream will flash to warn you when the pursuers are near. Even if you can't see your pursuers, they will catch you if they get close. This is a fun little mini game. Absolutely terrifying, but fun in its own little way. Wait, I thought that I escaped them, but I did not. That's so much damage. Oh, we got to sit through this whole cutscene. It would actually be faster for me to just shut off the game and to reload it than to watch this again. But what we're doing right now, we're holding our L. Like, they caught us fair and square, and we're accepting our fate here. Let's see, so this thing says, not flashing, safe for now, yellow, pursuers approaching, capture imminent. But then it flashed white, and then I like super died. I wonder if I would be able to run all the way to the end while avoiding them. It's actually 99,999, not 999,999. So that's not so bad. We could potentially live that sometime in the future. But we're not there yet. We have like a long ways to go before we're able to actually fight these guys. But I want to keep on trying to run away from them though. Because, like, do I get some sort of special prize for running away properly? Alright, so this is a good group here. So that's 4 down. Right? We got the Raptor, the Gondawara, the Thunderflan, Red Element. So now we're looking for Lamatsu, Funguar, and Garuda. There's the Funguar. A grenade? How useless. You know, I should probably be using Tidus's overdrives, since he gains more overdrives by using overdrives. Doesn't look like there are any people on this pathway. Also, we can see that there's a save sphere on the lower level. I don't know how to get to that lower level.
Take that.
It's also kind of interesting to think of it as like, as much of a bully as I am to these regular enemies in these areas, that's how much the enemies have been, like those dark aeons have been bullying me. Electro Marble, that's kind of useless.
See ya!
Oh, there, Benduku. Going pretty well. We're enjoying ourselves some Final Fantasy X. We're kind of in the end game, but like we're also kind of exploring some of the post game stuff that's going to be happening. Having some pretty fun times. At the very beginning of the stream, I explained the entire story of Final Fantasy X, just in case like people hadn't been watching all along. Now we're kind of like going through each area and defeating one of each monster type because it allows for some post-game stuff to happen. RPG games are okay. Yep, I love them. How do you get to that lower area though, you know? Like, cool, I got to the upper area, but that's not really what I'm interested in. I couldn't imagine that they're going to allow me to go into the temple, given that everybody hates this. Oh look, here's the lower level. Alright, so we'll go... No, wait, that's not even the lower level. That's just another area with one treasure chest in it. Darn. How do we go further down, I wonder? Ambushed. I say it all the time, Pokemon is a traditional RPG. People don't want to give it the credit it deserves, but it totally belongs up there. I would not really call Xenoblade a traditional RPG. because the Xenoblade games, in terms of combat, is very, very different from any RPG that you'll ever come across. But I guess it really depends on the person. Like, I wouldn't consider Xenoblade Chronicles to be an RPG, or not. I consider it an RPG, but not a traditional RPG. Just on combat system alone. But I guess if you are more used to playing the Tales of games, or like the Star Ocean games, then maybe you would consider Xenoblade Chronicles more of a traditional RPG, because those would be considered traditional RPGs. Metal Gear Solid is definitely not an RPG. That's an easy one. Oh look, another Eject Sphere. I'll answer after this cutscene here.
Thanks for everything, Keenock. I know I don't need to tell you this, but guard Lord Braska well. That I will. And you'll be busy too. I heard they made you second in command. You know that promotion was meant for you. You were always the better one, even until the end. You make it sound as if I was going off to die or something. I will see you again. Yes. Well then. Going already? You will tell me about Xanarkand when you return.
Well, this is right before Auron left for his pilgrimage with Braska and Jecht. Keenock, in these pictured here, will eventually go on to become a Meister. He was the fat guy with the yellow robes that that Seymour eventually kills. So yeah, for me, I would say that traditional RPGs are mostly turn-based. They have a large party, usually attack magic items. You're able to use like items during battle, especially. With some cutscenes, it doesn't really matter how, like, whether you have cutscenes, I guess, because Final Fantasy 1 didn't have cutscenes because cutscenes didn't exist back then. Although I suppose giant text boxes of narrative explaining what's going to be happening next could be considered an old school cutscene, in which case Final Fantasy 1 did have cutscenes, and so did Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow. So games like Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Pokemon, Phantasy Star, Suikoden, Shin Megami Tensei. Those are the ones that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, the franchises that definitely are, what's it called? Traditional RPGs. And then and then once you get into like the newer games, the games that came out in like starting, 2010 and things like that. Not even 2010, like there are some, even back then there were lots of non-traditional RPGs like Secret of Mana, Sword of Mana, where basically you have a couple of characters and it's an action RPG. You're like running around, you press the buttons to attack at free will. You get to attack freely. The Tales of games, where you're kind of like in a 2D plane and you get to attack freely. but it's kind of like a fighting game as well. You know, those are definitely RPGs, but not traditional RPGs for myself. Having a tech tree doesn't necessarily, well, having a tech tree helps when it comes to it. Having a tech tree is an RPG element, let me put it that way. But it doesn't necessarily it's not required for it to be a traditional RPG. Like, for example, in Chrono Trigger, there's no tech tree. Like, everyone learns whatever move they're going to learn at whatever level. Same with Pokemon. Whatever level you are, that's when you learn that move. And then there are games that are not RPGs that do have tech trees. Kind of like... I kind of want to say Mass Effect here, because Mass Effect has tech trees, even though it's more of a shooting game. But it has lots and lots of RPG elements, including having a story cast and like having lots of cutscenes and having a leveling system where you gain more stats as you level up. But there's definitely more action and shooting in that game compared to RPG stuff. No, you missed. World of Light kind of has RPG elements. Like, your character has a skill tree. Like, as you gain spirit skill spheres, you're able to fill in your grid. Very similar to Final Fantasy X. Other things about it, like, you have multiple characters. As you keep on unlocking the characters from their... what's it called? You get to use them. You get spirits by freeing them from the board. You can equip them. You can give them equipment on top of the spirit themselves. They learn abilities. But combat's not really turn-based. And it's not like you play with a party. Like, you're basically playing as one person at a time. Like, I'm playing with 3 people right now, you see? It's all fuzzy anyway, you know? As I was talking earlier about, like, what counts as a traditional RPG, Star Ocean and Tales of and Sword of Mana, those franchises have been around since the SNES and earlier than that. And therefore, like, you could say, yeah, those are definitely traditional RPGs, even though they don't have the same, like, structure as, you know, like your Final Fantasies and your Dragon Quests.
Take that.
And even at the beginning of this, Pi was like, oh, I consider Xenoblade Chronicles a traditional RPG because, like, by this point in time, it's such an established franchise that it's definitely an RPG, no doubt about that. And it's, like, super old at this point. It's, what, 11 years old by now? So for people that are just now getting into RPGs, generally speaking, like, yeah, that's an old guard RPG that the new ones that are coming out are being compared to. Where's Breath of the Wild on the spectrum? Not even close to an RPG in my book. It's an adventure game. The only actual leveling up that you do, besides the spirit orbs that you get from doing the temples, is your equipment can eventually get upgraded, but your attacks don't really get stronger. You don't, like, receive less damage as a result of leveling up. You just get better equipment along the way. Doom is a shooter, not an RPG. But it has RPG elements. There's a skill tree, there's different equipment, there are cutscenes. I think there's actually a YouTube video out there that specifically talks about like what even is an RPG anymore, because so many games have added RPG elements to their games. Like, even I was talking about this earlier, Mass Effect, which is definitely a shooting game, but it has like skills and skill trees, and like it has party members and a group of 3 that you play at once. So it's very similar to Gears of War in that sense. And then there's like some element of magic in there, and like character choice along the way, and yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you could consider Mass Effect an RPG. I just personally wouldn't put it into that bucket.
Bye-bye.
My choices are probably a little more narrow than most people's, though. I really want to get to that lower level, but I have no idea how to do that. Maybe I get to the lower level by running away successfully from the Magus sisters. And I accidentally revealed the name of the Dark Aeon that I don't have access to yet. My bad. On the bright side, we already saw Dark Valfor, so it's not as much of a spoiler. I should really stick to just playing games that I've never played before, though, because I basically spoil something in the future every single time I stream. Raptor, Garpera, Black Fan, Dark Fan. Oh, I think I got them all. Wait, do I have a Lamatsu yet? I don't know if I have a Lamatsu yet. Oh wait, I think I did. That's the armored enemy. I think I got them all. Garuda. Let me think what this guy is. I killed him so fast. What was this enemy's name? Oh, I actually can't see because it's in the top left corner, and that's where my timer currently is. Age of Calamity. So Age of Calamity, there's a very specific genre for that. It's called like Muso, I think. Is that what that type of game is called? Let's see, Dynasty, Warriors. Yeah, Muso is the name of that type of genre. Why is it called that? Okay, so Muso is Chinese. Literally, it means unmatched. Oh no, it's not. It's actually Japanese. So Muso is Japanese. It literally means unmatched, and it's the umbrella term for powerful moves used by playable characters and enemy officers in Warriors games. So the concept is that you are one character and you are really, really, really strong, and you are killing thousands and thousands of enemies that are really, really weak. And that's the entire genre. It's mostly done by one company, Omega Team, also Koei Tecmo, so they work together on those games. But I've also played one other type of Musou game, which is called 99 Nights on the Xbox 360. It was pretty fun, but my disc had a scratch in it, so like I couldn't get past the 5th level on it. There are many characters, but you don't play them all at once, not in a party. And I guess I don't really consider it to be an RPG, also because it's like it already has its own specific genre term for it. Like, it plays more like an action game, like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, than it does, you know, a real RPG. It definitely has RPG elements in it. Like, your characters do level up, you have equipment. There are all sorts of reasons why you might consider that to be an RPG. This is a Gruda, right? That's a Volvere, or whatever it's called. If I keep on going in this direction, are the Dark Aeons going to attack me? Looks like they will not. Mega Man games are good, but frustrating. Yeah, Mega Man is like a 1 hour game that if you tried to beat it, it would take you like a couple of months. Oh, what is this? Have I been here before? Use the rusty sword? Sure. What have I done? I opened up some sort of area. It won't open. Are there other rusty swords in the world that I need to bring to this location? Oh wait, that hint that I got? Maybe I had already did that because I did actually go all the way to the other side of the canyon in that valley, and that's where I got this rusty sword. In order to open up that door, I probably need a celestial crest. That's typically how those things work. Now, Skyrim's a game that you could try to consider to be like an RPG, but it definitely would be considered like a Western RPG as opposed to a JRPG. Even though it doesn't meet any of the requirements that I talked about up until now when it comes to like actually being an RPG. Because I guess what I should have mentioned is that, or all along, is that the definitions that I've mostly been talking about when it comes to quote-unquote traditional RPGs all come from what I should have been calling JRPGs, which are Japanese RPGs. Because there are games that are considered to be RPGs around the world that don't fit the mold of, like, you know, Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy and things like that. For example, The Witcher, Skyrim, Diablo. What are some other ones? I'm trying to think of, like, Western RPGs that... Those are some popular ones, or at least they were popular back when I was, like, interested in playing those types of games. Ooh, there's a treasure chest down here. I have no idea what Jedi Fallen Order is. Now, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2, those would be Western RPGs. Fallout is a Western RPG, and that's another really popular one. I guess BioWare makes all the popular Western RPGs. Wait, no, that's not BioWare. What is that? Bethesda makes Skyrim. Who makes Fallout? Is that also Bethesda? Where is this place? Am I allowed to go back? Okay, I am allowed to go back. Is this person going to tell me about how they stacked these boxes so that I could go backwards? Portal is not even close to an RPG. It has absolutely nothing in common with any of the criteria that I've described for a role-playing game. That was an easy one. Dark Souls, I haven't played it, but I think it's more of an action game. It's like hard mode Ninja Gaiden or Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. You don't have to apologize. Like, these are... think of it as a learning experience. I mean, feel free to go through, like, all the games that I've actually done on stream, and I will pretty easily tell you whether it's an RPG. I usually put it in the description. Like, the description of this game right now, or this stream, even has RPG in it already. So you can usually find my stance on what type of genre the game is by just reading the description of whatever game I'm playing at the time. Final Fantasy IX? How could you possibly think that that's an RPG? Oops. Now an interesting one, let me think of an interesting one. Like... when you get to games like Record of Argest War or Final Fantasy Tactics, or like Mercenaries or Advanced Wars, where there are lots of RPG elements, and it's still a turn-based game, and there's still story elements and all this other stuff, but the gameplay makes it more of a strategy game, more like XCOM or something like that, then it gets kind of interesting on like where your stance on whether things are an RPG or not. So like, I wouldn't consider Advanced Wars to be an RPG, but I would consider Final Fantasy Tactics to be an RPG, and Mercenaries would be an RPG, and Wargroove would not be an RPG. RPG isn't in the description? No way. Ah, I guess it isn't. I just assumed that it would be, because that's how I usually do descriptions. Fire Emblem is another one of those like questionable ones, because it has lots of RPG elements. It has lots of characters. You play as a party. Combat is turn-based. There are level ups. There are skill trees. There's equipment in it. I'm going to say that it is an RPG, but you know, that one's kind of like on the fence, because is it really actually a strategy game? Of course, once you start introducing slashes to everything, then like it's a lot easier to just like say things like, yeah, it's a strategy / RPG, or it's a shooter with RPG elements, or you know, it's a dungeon crawler, it's a roguelike with RPG elements. I wonder how long it would take, how many ambushes it would take for us to actually get killed by these enemies. I think we should probably exit from here, right? Actually, I want to talk to that chocobo way up along the way. Oh, it's a good thing that we didn't actually exit. Where are basilisks? Oh, these are considered on Djose Road. So we're in the next area already, and there are lots of enemies here for us to get. Wow, that almost killed. Yeah, sure, we could do DDD doubles. When is that? 2 weeks from now, you say? We actually might have a pretty good chance at winning. That was just rude. Can't wait to meme about DDD doubles. DDDDDD. Noon MST. So that's like really early in the morning in United States time? You don't mean Meridian Standard Time, right? Hopefully that was PST, because that would be like 2 p.m. Here, and that would be reasonable. Oh, Mountain Standard Time, okay. So that's like 1 p.m. That is a totally reasonable time for the tournament to start on a Saturday. We also got the bite bug. We got the basilisk. Still got plenty though to actually end up getting though. Welcome back, DS64. The transition from Meehan High Road to Djose High Road was so smooth. I didn't even realize that we were in a different area. So as long as there aren't like 3 basilisks in a turn that ambush us all, we should be fine. Because even with if 2 of them were to ambush us and 2 stone gazes were to happen and they were to hit both of us, it'd be fine because the 3rd person would just swap out into Yuna and then use an Albed potion, which cures petrification. It's like a little scary, but it's not that scary. Oh yeah, I should be using my. Oh, wait, actually, I need to wait up on this. Because I actually hadn't caught a snowflan yet. The tournament is called couples instead of doubles because it's Valentine's Day weekend. Oh, yeah, that's right, February 13th. Well, I doubt that I'd be able to have anything planned because we're still in quarantine. That might make it a little awkward. I would need to check to see if I would actually be able to do that event. I just completely forgot about Valentine's Day. So I will say I don't know yet whether I'll be able to enter at this point. I'll find out in the next week or so. At least it isn't on Valentine's Day. Yeah, that would probably definitely mean I wouldn't be able to go. Oh, I didn't even realize that accuracy was a stat that I could boost. Was he thrown from his chocobo? What kind of chocobo knights get thrown from his chocobo? Alright, so here's the deal. I kind of want to go on the right path because that's where the temple is and I know there's a save sphere there. But I'm also afraid of getting killed by Dark Ixion. So I'm going to instead go on the left path towards the Moonflow. And hopefully there won't be any Dark Aeons there to kill me. Hopefully there's a save sphere right here. There was not. I wanted there to be. It makes me kind of anxious that I haven't saved in so long.
See ya!
It's like we've gotten all these items, we've gotten all these enemies, we've gotten all these spheres. We've leveled up so many stats on our Aeons. We missed this treasure chest like hours and hours ago, like 20 or 30 hours ago. I would hate to run into another Dark Aeon and then have all my progress removed at this point.
Take that!
Please give me a save sphere soon. Ooh, Poison Fang. Nice. It's a rare item.
See ya!
I like how this game gives you an incentive to go back to these weak areas. Because, like, you can find Ject Spheres. You can find these enemies here. And then getting those enemies gives you access to late game
Take that!
super monsters or super bosses. And pretty much every enemy that I'm going to fight in the Calmlands is going to be stronger than the final boss. And that's like crazy to think about, you know? What's the difference between Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2? Why do you use the second one? So the right hand, or like the lips of Pokemon Stadium 1 kind of are raised a little bit. So like weird things happen with jab blocking on that stage. At the beginning of Smash Ultimate, there were a couple of glitches where you could like spike someone through the floor at Pokemon Stadium 1. Which is kind of a carryover from old Melee glitch as well. Like while the stage is transforming, you can just kind of fall through the stage. I'm sure that if you looked it up on YouTube, like falling through Pokemon Stadium, you would find a couple of examples of it. The platform layouts are a little different, but I don't think it's different enough for it to matter. But the main reason why we use one versus the other is that in a tournament setting, you have like a certain number of stage bans. So if, let's say that you have a character that's really, really good on Pokemon Stadium 2 or whatever, and they're also really good on like Final Destination. So if you just lost game 1, you don't want, or if you just won game 1, you don't want to have them just go to their best stage and then like have too much of an advantage. So you ban the stage that you think they would want to go to, But if you have too many stages that are similar, then stage bans are kind of like ineffective. Because like imagine if you say, okay, well I'm going to ban, you know, Battlefield, and then they say, okay, you banned Battlefield, I'm going to go to Dreamland 64, which is literally just Battlefield. Or, you know, another stage that looks like it could be legal, like Midgar. So like, oh, you banned Yoshi's, Kirby's Dreamland 64, and Yoshi's Island, Melee, and also Battlefield. I'm just gonna go to Midgar. So you don't want to have situations where you have to spend all of your bans trying to get rid of one stage. Which is kind of already the case for something like, Final Destination. Because if you ban Final Destination because the character is so good on that stage, then your opponent can be like, okay, well I'll just go to Town and City, where the platforms just kind of disappear eventually and then becomes Final Destination. Or a Kalos, which is just Final Destination, but there's just like two platforms that are on either side. It's been so long since I've gotten a save sphere that we ran out of mana for using Mug.
Take that.
You see this, right? It's like on the map there's something out there.
Take that.
Why is Tidus about to die? What happened? I probably got poisoned on some turn and I just didn't heal him enough. I'm gonna have to go back and see what's up with that after I get another save sphere.
It's over.
Oh, why is it so far away? This is where we first met Riku. I don't think there are any enemies on this area. Is this where we first met Riku? No, it's not. It's the other side of this same area where we found her. How is there still not a save sphere here? That was very scary for me. I preferred it to only have like up to 5-minute to 10-minute gaps in between saves. Another eject sphere? Well, given that they put eject sphere here, I'm guessing that there's probably another one in Luca. Have we found any Braska spheres yet?
What are you shooting me for?
So you don't do anything stupid again. I can't believe you attacked that shoe pup.
Oh yeah, that did
Lord
happen.
Braska had to pay the handler for damages from his own travel money.
I said I was sorry. It's never gonna happen again. I promise.
Ah, a promise. Which you'll forget come tomorrow. Oren, please. He did apologize.
So the story here is that Jekt was drunk, and then he saw the shoe pup, which is the giant friendly animal in the previous area.
To fight sin and save spirit.
and he attacked it because it was so scary for him.
Making a fool of
But
myself.
after this event, he stopped drinking.
That's on the record.
There should be a town, like a town, but like a person to sell stuff here, right? These are terrible items. What? You really tried to sell this stuff to me? What about armor? Maybe your armor's okay. Nope. Do I have a Kate Sith yet? I don't know if I do. We've seen, we've seen Moombas and we've seen Mog, and I don't think we've seen a Cactar yet. Here's some armor. Completely garbage armor, but armor all the same. So this shoe puff, by the way, you can actually see the gash on its back leg, which goes to show you that it's the same shoe puff from 10 years ago that Orin attacked. Also pretty bad stuff. Like, how is it that the... Not yet. What happened to Seymour and Yuna's marriage? Or the Meister disappeared from Babel and Yuna is now a traitor. Unbelievable. Careful what you believe, especially when such nonsense is floating around. Yeah, I suppose that would be pretty devastating to the public. You know, the daughter of Braska, young up-and-coming summoner, following in her father's footsteps, becoming married to becoming married to Seymour, of Guado and human descent. Leader of the Guado, like the Guado who recently were brought into the fold of Yevon. Like, that would be a super sick political marriage. And then to find out that it all fell apart, and then not only that, but Seymour's no longer to be found, and Yuna is like a traitor of the state. We can never have too many remedies.
Take that.
We went through like, I think 20 remedies when we fought Unaleska. Somehow we're back at 99 power spheres. figure there's no reason to be coy about sphere usage. We get so many of them. And also, levels are coming really slowly now because we're so strong at this point that the number of spheres that we get is way higher than the number of spheres that we end up using. Let's see. Bugbite, Bunyet, Basilisk, Ochu, Snowflan, Simmerge. I think I need that one, and I have Garm already. Simmerge is probably the armored type enemy on this road. Ambushed. Oh wait, hold up. I can do that with Tidus. I was about to bring in Yuna so that she could cast Asuna on him, but now I remember that Tidus actually knows Asuna because Tidus is now a white mage. This is like a terribly long road with some pretty difficult enemies along the way. Well, not like anymore, but like I'd imagine that at the time, because like each enemy poisons you, and every turn you take while poisoned takes off a fourth of your HP. I don't even know how I like went through this area the first time around. Probably lots of, what's it called? Lots of blind attacks, dark buster, dark attacks, so that the Ochu couldn't actually hit us. And the bug bites are killed by Lulu's fire attacks, I believe. Or no, it's actually ice, I think. I keep on forgetting that Tidus gains more overdrives to use by using the ones he already has. So I need to remember basically every time that I have the opportunity to use an overdrive, I should just use it. How many more areas do we have to go? Thunder Plains, Macalania, Baconel, Peninsula, Calmlands, which we've already done. So basically 2 of them. Thunder Plains and actually 3 of them. Thunder Plains, Macalania, and Baconel Peninsula, or Baconel Island, I mean. We'll probably end pretty soon. In fact, we might even end as soon as we get to this temple and save. Because, like, there's not really much of a point in going forward for much longer. Because, like, it's kind of arbitrary how long we're going to be going for. Because this is all, like, side quest stuff. We could just go to the final boss at this point in time. But there's a lot of cool stuff to see along the way before we get there.
Take that.
More petrified grenades. Nice.
Take that.
Didn't see any of those like Albed secret codes along the way here on Djose High Road at all. Oh. I don't think I want to fight them. But, if we fight them and we end up dying, would that be worth it in case we fight them and don't die? The near safe point is so far away. I'm going to run away from all the enemies in the area. Oh look, I think I needed that enemy actually. Yeah, I've never seen this one before. So it's a good thing that we went back anyway. So now we're definitely not going to risk it. We're going to run away from the rest of the enemies that we fight along the way here. Save, go all the way back up again, and then see what happens if we actually interact with those people. Oh, Riku also has Flea. I forgot about that. Just in the interest of time, because we're already about to cross 3 hours at this point. I have absolutely no memories of, what's it called? Doing any of this side quest stuff when I last played this game. Kind of want to get this guy, just in case I forgot him along the way. It's kind of a rare enemy. There we go. Save sphere. Alright. We probably have 99 antidotes by now. Maybe we should craft that into some sort of ability. Nope, we only have 48, and it'll only give us poison touch instead of poison strike, which is terrible. How do we get... Oh, 3 stars. We'll drop our... If we have some equipment that has that, which, yeah, why wouldn't we do that? Where is Lulu's thing? Variable mod. Should I use it now? I probably shouldn't use it now, right? It is a 3-slot thing instead of a 4-slot. I think I'll wait until I find a 4-slot weapon. And then I can give Lulu the ability to use all magic attacks using only 1 MP, which means I can just cast Flare all the time. Alright, time to head into a holy temple while being wanted criminals that killed a high priest and then fled the scene of the crime. In lots of ways, I'm really glad that the world treats me very, very differently. Now that I am an enemy of the state. Because, like, in some games, you would, like, get to this point in the story, and then you would still just go on your merry way. And like you would still be able to go to all the past towns you've been in, nothing bad would happen to you. And it kind of like, you know, invites for critical people to say things like, oh, this game like doesn't really care about the events of the world. Like, why am I allowed to go back to this temple when I'm supposed to be a wanted criminal? But this game doesn't have to worry about that because it like actively kills you every time you try to approach a temple. And I appreciate that. Alright, so now let's see what happens here when we get caught by these people. Stay away from the temple. Leave at once. Oh. That's less fun. So we were afraid for no reason. They just kind of stop us from going forward. No traders allowed, and then we're back at the entrance. Which means that this is a really, really long location to not have a save point on. Granted, it doesn't matter at this level because we're so much stronger than everything around us. Alright, to close off the stream, we're going to no longer be running away from these enemies. We're going to keep on killing them as we go down the road. Because we used up like 300 spheres not too long ago. And we need to get them back. But also, we're going to board our airship, go to the Calm Lands, go check on our monster beastie encyclopedia. What do they call those things? Bestiaries. We're gonna check out the bestiary at the in the Calm Lands and see what new monsters will one-shot us. Because I'm sure that they will all one-shot us.
It's over.
Another thing that I wonder is, so there's like a limit. You're only allowed to capture up to 10 of each enemy type. Is there some sort of benefit for capturing 10 of each monster type? Like if you capture 10 of each monster type, do you suddenly get an additional super monster to fight against? Or maybe the monster that the guy creates within the arena happens to be stronger based on how many you have. Or maybe it's just a sign, not a sign, but like maybe it's just like a badge of like, you know, bragging rights or something like that.
It's over.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We also have a password to put in. We found a password in Kilika. Was that so long ago that I... Okay, that's not so long ago, good. Sometimes, like, you know, live chat will only show you the last couple of messages, but it would appear as though, since I'm streaming, I can see all the messages since the very beginning, at least in studio. Maybe if I were on YouTube, I would not be able to see that message, because that was 2 hours ago when that happened. So we're going to get up here, we're going to save. We're going to talk to this guy, we're going to ask to put in a password. Here's that password that we found. I'm gonna assume that it's case sensitive. Tepswars. Uh-oh. There are too many letters. Why are there too many letters? Oh no. What? I have no idea what to do with that then. Well, anyway, I guess we will go to the Calmlands.
Here we go.
Still here, Benduku? Cool, cool. One last chocobo ride. Oh yeah, so let's see. There was also that other hint that was like, there's a giant valley with a thorn beside. And then look across the valley, basically. It's gorgeous, called the Scar, something, something, whatever, whatever. Thought this would be it, but I guess not. Because this is a giant valley on a great plain. actually using the rest of the cast? Crazy, right? Is chat gone? No. They should all still be watching. Maybe they just don't have anything to say at the moment, which is fine.
I foresee no difficulty.
Walker is the last one to attack, I believe.
Take that.
I was wondering why no one was saying anything. Well, I mean, it's been a couple of hours since you said something. Or not a couple of hours, it's been 1 hour since you've said something. You know, people have their reasons for contributing to chat and not contributing to chat. Sometimes you just kind of want to relax and watch. Sometimes you want to just have the stream open while you do your own thing. I would consider this to be the Great Plain. And there's a giant valley here for sure. But like, where's this thorn that they keep talking about? I mean, there's a giant thorn here. But you can't really like look across the valley. Oh, actually, maybe you can over here. Oh, look. Whoa, what was that? Hold up. Is my party like way faster than usual or something? I feel like I'm taking a lot of turns before the enemy gets a chance to do anything. Also, the reason why I'm actually like using these characters now . Why can't I go down there? What's going on with this? What do you mean I can't go down there? Well, now that's the only thing that I want to do. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'm actually using my characters now because these enemies give enough experience points for it to be worth it. Waka already attacked. So Lulu's the last one that needs to.
So, how shall we do this?
No, I mean Wario, Luigi, DK, and Wario. So pink Donkey Kong with Waluigi's hat, Luigi's mustache, Wario's outfit. Easy for the hat and the mustache, but Wario... Yeah, I'd imagine that would be kind of difficult. I feel like it should be somewhat easy to get those, right? Because like I've seen lots of like cursed images with character palette swaps, basically, where you basically just take the skin of one character and just transpose it over another character. So you get things like Rob and Rosalina mixed in together, or like King K. Rool with Zelda's dress and things like that. So we found that one random area up in the top left, but I don't know what's down there. Like, how come it won't let me travel to that area? Alright, we made it to this area again. He was like, hey look, I was researching the specimen from Killick Island and I made a nasty beast. And I got 99 poison fangs. Which is cool. Oh boy, I died immediately. Oh look, I didn't immediately die. Look at that. Awesome. I lasted a full one other turn. Besaid Island. Dang, he destroyed you? Yeah, that's kind of the point. Immune to delay? Oh no! We're gonna give our all for this one. Low battery on the Pro controller. That's not a problem. I got the plug right here. We're gonna get one shot, and that's okay. Not even close. It depends on the game that I'm playing. If it's Smash, GameCube controller, and if it's... Are you immune to death? That'd be kind of sick if I could just like cast Death Fury on you and it just worked. Yeah, I guess that was too much to hope for. But for pretty much every other game, I prefer the Pro Controller. For Splatoon, I prefer Joy-Cons. not going down without a fight. It'll be a pathetic fight, but we're not going down without it. Immediate death. Oh cool, we finally got this thing going. So we can use haste go here. The fight of the century? Nah, I'm just delaying the inevitable. This guy's going to completely destroy me. Like, my strongest character, or the character that I have with the highest HP, does not have 6,000 HP. Evade? Nope, no evasion. So he's going to basically one-shot any one character he decides to hit. And if it's Yuna, that's the only person that I have that can revive other party members. But this is what I was waiting for. We get to actually use some attacks on him. Let's see if he's immune to bio. He is. Okay, that's fine. We gotta use Yuna here. Dark Buster, please. Nope, immune to that. Alright. I really suck at drawing. How much have you practiced it? Like, if you think about how many hours you put into it, and how much you've tried to learn it, then maybe you're supposed to be bad at it because you haven't really tried to learn it yet. Alright, my strongest Aeon. Let's see if I can survive one attack. Nope, can't learn one attack. Or I can't survive one attack, I should say. Well, he's immune to poison, and death, and delay, and pretty much everything, so kinda no hope for me here. Sleep Buster, maybe? Immune to sleep, okay? What else we got? Dark Sleep, Silence. We can at least try Silence. You know, you never know if he's gonna like randomly cast magic on me. Nope, that's... Whoa, Lulu, what a monster. You see how she just avoided that attack? Time to press my luck. Like, now I'm cocky. No, walk up. He did over the damage cap damage to me. I think we could actually win this. I have no idea how much HP he has though. And we also got to make sure that we keep Yuna away from the from dying. Charging? Stop that. I don't like charging. Did I do enough damage to stop that? Nope. We're all dead. Oh, we didn't all die. What? Impossible. We gotta use an outlet potion here. Now we both die in one hit anyway, so it doesn't matter whether we use an outlet potion. What matters is that we have 3 party members. He got up just to die again. Keep Lulu far away. Now that I'm blinded, I don't know if I want to keep on using Tidus here. Maybe I should be using Orin instead. Oh. I got my left and right backwards. I think we're dead here. Try to keep Waka alive for as long as possible. Now he's charging. And... get the 3 people with the most HP together. But maybe they don't have enough magic defense and they'll just die. Well, Waka died, at least. And then Orin also died. And then Yuna came in and saved everybody. Do I have something better than this? If I use... Don't I have like a Mega Potion or something like that? A Mega Phoenix? I only have 3 of them, but like... Do I want to use them now? Will I ever use them ever again? Probably on like the final boss maybe. So I guess I'll save it for now. No, Yuna. Oh, what a clutch dodge. Did you see that? I'm telling you, this bird's going down somehow. I don't know how we're actually going to be able to ever do that, but... Oh, that is super weak. Literally only Yuna is able to do anything against this guy. Alright, let's see what else we got. Can we get a power break maybe? That would make his physical attacks not kill us. Oh, he's not immune to power break. We could actually live this. Lulu will not live for sure if I use this. Do I have haste right now on Lulu? How could I tell? I could check this. Darkness and haste. Okay, so Lulu has haste. I want to keep her having haste. That killed us, even though we used power break. Maybe we need to use magic break, actually. That was the closest I've ever gotten to beating a super monster. I'm actually pretty proud of that showing, because we should not have gotten even that far. And we didn't even use any items as well, so it's like we didn't really hurt anything doing that. Mushroom Rock Road, Candle of Life times 99, nice. This guy is going to one-shot us immediately. So that's Doom, Curse, and Confusion. Not cool. Not cool at all. Magic Break, maybe? Immune to Magic Break? Alright. Sleep Buster. These guys usually are weak to sleep. Nope, this one is not. Waka kills himself. Himari is now... Auron is now... you know what? If Chaos is all that they're able to do, then maybe I should use an Aeon here. I should have definitely ended the stream a long time ago, like 30 minutes ago, but here we are. I had not realized that we had gone down the rabbit hole, but we're here. Are you immune to delay? Yes, yes you are. Drain? That's cheating. They have different AI for fighting against the Aeons. It's like they know. What if I cast Reflect on myself? I don't have Reflect, but like, I wonder what would happen there. I think Orin would kill Yuna. This enemy doesn't actually seem like it would be that. Oh, never mind. There's Hyper Blaster. As I was just about to say, I don't think that this would be that big of a deal, as long as you're just like immune to Curse and Chaos. But Hyper Blaster instant kills you. Wait, we even got a preemptive strike? And he's got his dukes up? Don't mind if I do. Are you immune to bio? Yes. And you counter magic now. Do you counter attacks? Yes, yes you do. Alright. So then, the normal strategy that I would use here is completely null and void. I can't use magic to avoid his attacks. The plan is to end stream pretty soon, yeah. Hey, he only did the damage cap against me, and he didn't do over the damage cap. Well, I think that goes back to say how well this is going to go. There's only one shot. We gotta cast Death on him, and he's gotta not be immune, and it's just gonna luckily work. Nope, he's immune. Alright, death proof. We died. He should have one more monster for us now, because we also did the Djose High Road. He is going to kill us. Welcome back. We're not going to give him the chance. We're going to blast him with our overdrive, hit him with the Mega Flare. He's not going to know what hit him. And by that I mean we're going to do about 9,000 HP to him, and then he's going to retaliate by killing us in one hit, and then he's going to turn our entire party to stone. Ooh, that's good damage. 24,000? Iska is very important. The snake is probably weak to ice, right? Oh no, that did nothing. Oh. He turned us to stone and killed us in one attack. Meaning that there's no coming back for Tidus there. Cool. Alright, well. I guess we'll try magic break him. It worked. It's pretty cool. Almost 30,000 damage. Space-time Vorpal, which does 9,999 to the whole party. Alright, that's the last post-game super monster that he should have access to right now. But maybe there are more. We're not dying as instantly. I've done it, created a monster. Okay. So there's a few more. Ooh. This is the boss from Kilika, right? Catastrophe. He did not immediately try to kill us. Immune to that, okay. Immune to that, got it. Immune to that, also got that too. Immune to that too. Toxic Cloud, we all died. Hit 10,000 damage. That's like higher than our max HP. What else you got? Okay, that's the end. Let's see how far along we've come. So Besaid, we got all of those. Kilika, we got all of those. Meehan High Road, got all of them. Mushroom Rock Road, Djose Road. Next would be the Thunder Plains, Macalania Woods and Lake Macalania. Beaconell Island, which includes the desert as well as what used to be home. Calmlands, we got all of them. The Stolen Fate Cavern, we're missing 3 of them. We're missing 4. We never saw those enemies types in there. 2 of them are pretty tough, it looks like, because usually the weaker enemies cost less. And this one probably is like some sort of behemoth or something like that. We don't even know what area this is, or what area this is yet. $15,000. Okay, we're at like 500,000. I don't even know where the Omega Dungeon is. Surely I killed something if I saw it. Maybe I like walked in and then walked out immediately or something like that. Let's see what chatting does here. Catching lizards and don't let them get away. Oh, thanks. There's just a few more winged imps to round out my collection. A few more winged imps to round out my collection. Catching wolves, don't let them get away. Got some horned beasts, huh? Make sure to duck when they charge. That's not a thing you can do. Won't open. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. This is pretty cool. Good stuff. I think that we'll go to the Thunder Plains next stream, as well as so we need to plan for the next time. And we should update the title for this one as well. This is filler 1, which we did Monster Hunt, Besaid through Djose Road. And then the next time we'll do Thunder Plains, Macalania, and Beaconell. And then we'll be caught up on everywhere that we've been in the past. Still have no idea what to do about the Albed secret messages and like the passwords and things like that. Don't know how to deal with like the Dark Aeons. I still don't know how to escape. Actually, that's one thing that we can do here, actually, before we end the stream. I'm kind of getting antsy as well because, like, since we're at around 4 hours, I feel like the Switch is going to overheat any time now. What I would like to do, if my Switch weren't prone to overheating, we would go back to Mushroom Rock Road and we would try to run away from the Dark Aeons that chase us down that path, and see what happens if we successfully run away from them. And we would try that a couple of times before ending the stream, and hopefully we would succeed at it. But I don't want the Switch to like die unceremoniously, so I'm going to end the stream at a time that I intended for the stream to end instead. So if you've made it this far, thanks for watching up until now. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a like, and we'll be back sometime soon with more Final Fantasy X. Be sure to subscribe if you want to get notified when I'm live with this, and join the Discord. There's a Discord command and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. But thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Take care and bye.